Today, we see Gaza in Palestine as a dangerous place, full of strife and conflict. In the 6th century AD, however, it was a place of prayer and asceticism. We still read about the monastic fathers of this area, such as Saint Barsanuphius, Saint John the Prophet, and Saint Isaias. These saints were a native of the Thebaid region in Egypt and labored in asceticism for 60 years in the desert on the western side of the River Nile. Saint Dorotheus of Gaza, who lived in Gaza, was a revered monk, ascetic, and spiritual teacher from the 6th century. Born into a wealthy Christian family, he received a classical education in rhetoric, philosophy, and theology. However, despite his comfortable upbringing and intellectual achievements, he felt a deep yearning for something beyond the material and intellectual pursuits of his time. This longing led him to pursue the ascetic life and eventually to join a monastic community near Gaza under the guidance of Saint Barsanuphius and Saint John the Prophet, both prominent monastic figures of the time. Upon joining the monastery, Dorotheus committed himself to a strict regimen of fasting, prayer, and manual labor. His quick mind and advanced education made life in the monastery difficult, as he struggled with social encounters and even challenged his abbot, as he thought he knew of better ways to run the monastery. His mentors were known for their wisdom, and under their guidance, they taught him the virtues of self-control, humility, and obedience. Dorotheus struggled initially, as his intellect often caused him to question authority, but he gradually embraced humility, learning to listen and trust his elders. As he progressed in the spiritual life, Dorotheus was given spiritual charge over younger monks, to which he was hesitant to accept. After Saint Barsanuphius became a recluse in the wake of Saint John's death, Dorotheus went out into the desert that he had longed for throughout his time, seeking a life of prayer and devotion to God. Even in the remote desert, he attracted such a large following that he eventually established his own monastery. It was to these disciples that the sayings and instructions we read today in his discourses were addressed. In time, he gained a reputation for his insightful spiritual teachings, particularly on inner peace, self-examination, and brotherly love. He taught his fellow monks and students to look inward and recognize their own faults rather than focusing on the flaws of others. He once illustrated this point by saying that all people are like spokes in a wheel, where God is at the center. Hey there! Did you like the story of Brother Juniper that we released last week? I'm sure you would have loved the tales of his innocence and his childlike character, which helped him get closer to God. Also, how amazing was that Saint Odillo's version of purgatory? Did this story reinforce the theme of mercy, hope, and spiritual purification? We are able to bring all these fantastic stories to video only because of the support of kind-hearted people among our viewers. Please understand that we cannot continue making these videos from YouTube revenue alone. We need help from you as well. It will only take 5 minutes of your time, and this small effort from your side will take these stories to thousands of children. The links are given in the description box below. Thanks again for watching our videos. May God bless you and your family. After finishing his prayers, he would venture into the heat of noon and gather stones along the seashore to build cells for the other hermits. By night, he would weave baskets, in exchange for which he received the supplies he needed to live. His food consisted of bread and the grass of the wilderness, and he would eat only once a day and drank a little water. He barely slept, but only dozed off, sometimes at work or after eating. Dorotheus also emphasized the importance of cultivating inner peace and harmony, which he considered essential for a life dedicated to God. Once, Saint Dorotheus sent his disciple to fetch water. The disciple returned saying that he saw a snake in the well and that the water in the well was now poisoned. Saint Dorotheus went to the well himself, took up a ladle of water, and making the sign of the cross over it, he drank it, saying, "Where the cross is, there the demonic powers do no harm." Over time, Dorotheus became renowned not only for his teachings, but also for the miracles attributed to him. Another miracle recounted by his followers involved a drought that threatened the monastery's crops and livelihood. Dorotheus led the monks in intense prayer, asking for God's mercy. Miraculously, rain fell the very next day, saving the crops and providing water for the community. This event strengthened the monks' faith as they saw their leader's prayers answered in a way that seemed nothing short of divine intervention. In his later years, Dorotheus founded his own monastery and performed acts of compassion. His writings, preserved as discourses and sayings, remain central to Christian monastic teachings on humility, inner peace, and love. Dorotheus passed away peacefully, leaving behind a legacy of practical wisdom and love for God and others. Today, he is remembered as a saint in the Catholic and Eastern Orthodox traditions, celebrated for his insights into spiritual growth and his commitment to fostering harmony within the human soul and the monastic community. His life and miracles continue to inspire those seeking a closer relationship with God.